Welcome to Keto is the Worst, where I believe that if done properly, a low-carb lifestyle is not only healthy, but it is sustainable long-term and not at all restrictive. So today, I'm going to be making a Korean barbecue pork in that style, and alongside some cauliflower fried rice. It shouldn't be too bad. It's kind of a simple recipe. I haven't done it before, like most things on this channel, but I have the idea. It should come out fine. So let's get through it, right? Or get to it. Is it bad that I just went through that with one take? Don't you need like multiple? I don't know. Anyway, so I have had this in the freezer for like not enough time. The reason you put, just so that's a little bit hard, so it's easier to cut. But this is a pork shoulder. Yeah, the idea is that we're gonna cut this thinly. If you can have your pork already cut thinly, depending on your butcher or whatever. This was not, so we're gonna do it ourselves. It is not even close to cold, but I want to start this video, so we're just gonna cut it as thinly as possible and do that. I should be able to still talk through all this stuff, and it should be fine. All right. So this is about 3 pounds, but I'm just gonna make it all. It is a lot, but this cut of meat is pretty cheap. $2 a pound, right? And this is about 3 pounds in total between the two. There's a bone in the middle, so I don't know how much that weighs. But at the end of the day, it'll get eaten. And I'll probably put some on the side of the sauce and just fry it up by itself, but we'll see. Let's see how this works. So, this skin, I don't think it will taste that good while it's in it. So I am going to, I'm not gonna throw it away, but I am gonna try to take it off. What's the most non-dangerous way to do this? Because then it'll just be chewy. But I am going to keep it because I do like it, but just not in here. And there's a bone in here. I'm not going to be too careful with it because I am keeping that fat over there. I'll probably just, if I crisp it up or fry it up, I don't know, but I'll just do the same thing with that. Okay, so that is the idea of what we're doing. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. This is me from my editing chair. I just cut about 10 minutes of me cutting pork, and now I'm gonna wash my hands and be back. Because everyone knows you should touch your face before washing your hands after touching pork. That's just basic, right? Is this big enough? Should be. I'm trying not to touch this. Try not to touch it for now. We're going to touch it later. Okay. So, I have it in my mind. Give me a second. What goes in here? There's going to be soy sauce. There's going to be chili paste, which I'm going to have a couple notes on. It's going to be just season it normally, how you would season any other meat. It's going to have some rice wine vinegar and red pepper flakes. And I think we're good. And also some, this is optional, but some brown sugar substitute, so swerve. Season it like we usually do. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And I think that is it. Right, ginger is grated, so we're not gonna put it in there. Some onion powder if you want. Okay, so soy sauce. I think it's about 2. Now, per tablespoon soy sauce is 1 carb, so it's not terrible. 1, 2. This, on the other hand, this is gochujang. whatever. It is a chili paste, and to my knowledge. Now, I really do like this, but problem is that per teaspoon, it is 2 grams of sugar and 2 grams of carbs. So for this, you cannot go crazy with this. Is multiple servings, of course it is. So you should be fine, but it is just something to be aware of, right? I'm gonna put about a tablespoon, I think that's, so in just this is 8 carbs. So just be careful with it. It is something that I really do like, but there are carbs in here. And just because I didn't do too much of it, I am gonna put some chili garlic sauce. This one is no carbs, so just to balance that out and just keep a little bit heat, about half a tablespoon.
So if you just wanted to do all chili garlic paste or some sriracha just to keep the heat, that's all completely up to you if you don't want to use the gochujang.
This is rice vinegar. Okay, so this smells really strong, so I'm just gonna put a tablespoon or 2. Oh, it's dripping. So that's that. Red pepper flakes can go in this if you want a little bit more. But for the most part, this part is done. Just, is that it? Shouldn't it be like more sauced? Do you have a glove? I personally think that this is missing something. Brown sugar is something that I wanted to put in here. And we're gonna have to find a way to do this with one hand. And the left hand, no less. One or 2. I'm gonna put 2. Okay, so let's just think about this real quick. Let's say it was like a barbecue sauce that you're putting in. I don't want to put more soy sauce. I don't want to put more of that. You should be fine with this. Uncover this up and put it to the side. Okay. So this goes 30 minutes, 90 minutes, however long. You can actually cook it just right now. But it's just gonna go to the side while I prep everything else. So we're gonna prep our vegetables. There's going to be onions, mushrooms, garlic, ginger. That's it. And cauliflower for the cauliflower rice. Did I say that in the intro? I'm not sure if I said it on camera, but just in case. This is gonna go on the side of a cauliflower fried rice with mushrooms, onions, some ginger, garlic. That's about it. I'm gonna use about half of an onion. What do you guys do? Nose to nose or lengthwise? Do it quick, you don't crack. Okay, so, or maybe I lied. Back up. Garlic. Talk too soon. Okay. ginger is not something I usually cook with, so don't know. Real quick, the mushrooms. Just sort of a rough chop. These are shiitake mushrooms. So I think half of this is going to get fried up with the sauce, and half of this is going to get fried up with the onions. Maybe. I don't know. Because right, that looks more normal. So we're just going to use half. I'll use that a little later. And yeah, so we are technically about done. We're gonna cook that up, heat this up, heat that up, cook these vegetables, put this in, saute it, and then when that is good to go, then we are going to fry up the Korean stuff, and that should be it. So while that goes, I'm just gonna put things away. Are we good? Let's just go through the checklist. That. Yeah, bro, this is simple. So, how are we cooking this? Sesame oil. Sesame oil here. Okay. Ain't not much to do. These videos are very different from the other one. What's the other video? The meal prep videos, where there's always something to do. Here is just waiting.
So the pan is finally hot enough to start these onions and mushrooms. We're just gonna let them saute for a little bit, and then the ginger will come a little bit later because these take a lot longer than the ginger and the garlic. And also we're gonna put a little bit of salt in here just so that these can sweat a little bit. I guess there's a reason why most of these videos don't show how long you actually have to wait around for things to cook. For some reason I have gone silent, so I'm just mixing this up and then clearing a little space for the ginger and garlic to heat up as well, and then I'm going to do the same when it's time for the cauliflower rice.
Putting a little bit of avocado oil because it seems to be drying out a little bit. Oh, sorry. Have I even been talking? This is a tablespoon of soy sauce. Maybe a table and a half. I don't know if I was talking before, so let's just say onions, mushrooms, and then added the garlic and ginger. Added a little bit more avocado oil with the sesame oil first. And then this is, might be a lot of soy sauce now that it's mixing like this. But a little bit less on the soy sauce because this is a lot. This is just black rice now. Seal. What are we doing now? Okay, so you're doing really nothing for right now, but that is fine. This is going off. This is going to cook for a little bit. So we're going to start the pork now, which is going to be over here. So this has been in for about 40 minutes, I think. Doesn't really smell too strong, but we're going to put this on once this heats up. Use avocado oil for this one. I'm gonna crack one egg or two. We'll see how this looks. Tastes like fried rice. Okay, so that's about ready. I'm gonna put the heat a little bit lower on that, and then I'm gonna start the pork, which should be hot enough now. Okay, that is about half, a little bit less than half. I'm gonna let that cook. Now we flip.
It was not anywhere near that fast, but just make sure your pork is cooked through and it has a good sear and color. Since these are thin pieces, they should cook pretty fast, maybe like 5-10 minutes.
So I'm gonna take off the rice now. Flip this again, so I want a little bit more cooked just to make sure. This is pork. So just make sure that these are actually all the way cooked through.
Now for what I think is the first time ever, switch to a smaller bowl so that you can use this big one to take out all the pork.
Okay, so that's the second half. This is good enough. For the picture, we don't need the full thing, right? We put weight on it, or we don't have to. That's the point. Right, I don't think we have to wait for the second batch. This is just big. Right, how do you want to show this? What would be the best picture for this? More of this. Wow, this is really good. What are you doing? Okay, stop. No, what's my name? Alright, now you just want to make sure everything's cooked through because pork does take a little bit longer, so gotta make sure every side is cooked. What is next? We're about done here, so just get this all off the bottom. Okay, so that is it. Korean style barbecue, and then over here it is cauliflower fried rice. So this is this. I'm going to clean this up a little bit and then take the pictures, and then we'll be back to close this out. So that is about it. Now this is Korean style barbecue, pork shoulder. It was made from pork shoulder, and this is a cauliflower fried rice with mushrooms, onions, garlic, ginger, an egg, and that's it. All right, not too long to make, and this is, I've been eating it the whole time, but this is really good. So it's a little spicy, but the problem is I don't really, ooh, did I mess up everything? It really works with the pork shoulder. And then here, that's fried rice. So if you are interested in learning more about how a ketogenic diet can work for you and your long-term fitness, weight loss, maintenance goals, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give me a like, and then you can check out my Instagram at ketoistheworst or the website at ketoistheworst.com. And I think that is about it. So yeah, I always freeze there. I haven't done this in a while. I don't do this every week, so I don't know really what I'm saying, but okay. How's that?